What's up, everybody, and welcome to this Tap or Snap podcast. I'm your host, Sean Paul, and I'm here today with a special guest, part-time wrestling referee, JHawk. How you doing, JHawk?
I'm doing good, Sean. How you doing tonight?
Doing fine myself. So, anyways, tomorrow is the most wonderful time of the year. And no, folks, it's not Christmas. It's the Royal Rumble, where dreams will be lived and hopes will be crushed into oblivion. And I wish, it could have been somewhere else other than Saudi Arabia, but I mean, you gotta honor that Saudi vision deal, huh, Jayhawk?
Now, I know a lot of people that never missed the show are missing it for that very reason. I'm honestly not sure if I'm watching it live because I've got family obligations and stuff that are kind of overlapping with it, but I'll watch it. It's my favorite pay-per-view of the year. I'll end up watching it. As much as it bothers me, I'm not going to let it ruin my entire weekend.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, no matter how bad WWE gets, I'll always have a soft spot for the Rumble. So, anyways, let's get down to these predictions for matches. Let's get into it. So, first up, Gunther versus AJ Styles in a career-threatening match where if AJ loses, he must retire from in-ring competition forever. Now, this one has a lot of people split because, on one hand, they're thinking like, oh, Gunther is going to do it. Like, AJ, like, his contract is retiring in April. He's doing all these trademarks for his logo and his name. And, I mean, it makes the most sense, but like, then you have some people on the other hand, like, no, this is all a trick. AJ wouldn't retire that quickly. And besides, it's Saudi Arabia. Come on, like, why not do it in Georgia? But honestly, I just can't see AJ pulling out the win. Even if it's even I just think Gunther's gonna win. As much as I would not like for AJ to have his retirement match like in Saudi Arabia, I mean the writing is on the wall itself.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you here. I mean, there's a part of me that hopes AJ wins and at least gets through WrestleMania. Like, I want to see him have one last big WrestleMania match, knowing that he's basically came to last year. But I guess the contract runs up before that. He said when he signed the last one that was going to be the last one he signed. So I don't expect him to sign the extension. It's going to be a great match. Their match on Raw a few weeks ago was fantastic. I'm looking forward to the match, but I just can't see AJ pulling out as much as I would love to see it. But
Yeah, I mean, it would have, yeah, like just the writing's on the wall, man. But hey, regardless, if AJ loses, I mean, he's had one heck of a career from all the way to the indie circuits to being one of the faces of TNA and its X division. Then he went over to New Japan, WWE. I mean, he's had one of the greatest careers of any pro wrestler you will ever watch in your lifetime. I mean, he's just phenomenal, pun intended.
yeah, AJ's always been fantastic. He was there in WCW near the very end, one of the bright spots of the last couple months of WCW. I think a lot of his NWA Wildcard work. I mean, he's always been really good. His Ring of Honor work was always fantastic as well. I mean, he had a great career. I mean, 25, almost 30 years at this point. I mean, you can't knock the career he had. I mean, if this is how he goes out, I mean, what better opponent than Gunther if you're going to go out? And it fits with the Gunther gimmick. He retired Goldberg, he retired Cena. Now he can retire AJ. I would honestly, as much as I personally want to see AJ win and keep that career going, storyline wise, it kind of makes sense for Gunther to get the win, get that heat on him. You keep retiring all your favorite guys. I would, I
Yeah, I mean,
yeah. I mean, it's AJ's call at the end of the day. We know that it's AJ's call regardless of how this match ends. Because whatever AJ wants, he get. But
yeah, I mean Gunther, like the career killer. I mean, the gimmicks working out. Goldberg, John Cena, AJ. I mean, who's next? Brock Lesnar, probably. Who knows?
Randy Orton have the career killer take out the legend killer.
That would be epic. I mean they already had two banger matches. What was it? King of the Ring and then the Bash and Berlin match. That was a nice 80s old school style matchup. So yeah, I mean, we'll just see how this goes. All right. So next up, Drew McIntyre versus Sami Zayn for the undisputed WWE Championship. All right. Here's the look. We all know how this is gonna play out. We all know this is gonna play out. Like obviously, you know, Sami Zayn, he's the hometown hero in Saudi Arabia, and like you know, he's gonna get a huge pop. But let's be honest, there should be absolute no reason Drew. There's yeah, I mean, there should absolutely be no reason Drew loses his title like right here and right now.
No, I absolutely agree with you there. I love Cammy. I want Cammy to get it so bad. I was really hoping, especially if they didn't end up going with Cody at 39, that Cammy King would have gotten an elimination chamber that year over Roman and finished that storyline off then. I mean, I love Cammy to death. But I mean, I'll talk about reasons why I think it has to be Drew when we get to the men's Rumble match itself. That kind of played into my prediction there. But I can't see Drew Luke in it. It's going to be a fantastic match. And correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think Sammy's ever beaten Drew one on one. It's been, I think Drew's won every one on one match they've had, unless I missed one someplace. So
No, yeah, apparently Sammy in his entire career, Sammy has never beaten Drew McIntyre one on one, which is
that's insane when you
that
think about it. Many matches that they've had, but I and again, and see, that's one of those storyline things you would think they would play that up big if Sammy were going to win it. I really don't think they. I haven't watched this week's SmackDown yet, but I don't think they really played it up after he won the tournament to get the spot. So the fact that they're not playing that up bigger,
yeah,
the fact they're not playing that up
yeah.
bigger makes me think Drew's got to win it anyway.
Yeah, and like honestly, if we're being really honest, Sami Zayn's his character has gotten stale. Look, I know you know, they call him, you know, the underdog from the underground, but he's no longer an underdog anymore. I mean, he won the IC title. He main evented a Mania like 3 years ago. I mean, I want to see a character change because at this point, like we don't know how long he has. So like maybe we need to see like a different direction. One like more heelish antics, like a do whatever it takes attitude to get onto the top. Because at this point, we don't know how long Sammy has left.
That is a very good point. I mean, I was at that WrestleMania where Sammy beat Gunther for the belt, and the pop was big for that. I mean, how many times can Sammy come up short? And that's just, I mean, he got that tag title, he got that main event, he got that win over Gunther. Again, I'd love to see him get the belt, but at the same time, not everybody can be world champion. As much as you want to see it, not everybody can be world champion. Maybe Sammy's just one of those guys that just he's not going to be world champion.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to see how it'll turn out. All right, so next up, the 30 men women's Royal Rumble, and oh boy, our Royal Rumble is so hard to predict. Well, not always. Sometimes it's straightforward, but sometimes they can be hard. So far we have 17 out of 30 entrants for the women's Rumble, and those are Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, Roxanne Perez, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Bailey, Lyra Valkyria, Asuka, Chelsea Green, Jordan Grace, Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, Nia Jax, Lash Legend, Julia, Maxine Dupree, and Becky Lynch. So, you know, there's still 13 slots left, and we don't know who are the 13 remaining. But out of those 17 I just mentioned, JHawk, which do you think has the most likely chance of winning?
Of those 17 specifically, I would say Liv Morgan. She's been the one that's been right there. She was the runner up 2 years in a row, and I think she was like the second from last eliminated last year. She's been right there. I
Mhm.
think it makes sense for them to put her over the top. I will say though, there's one name on there that's not mentioned that I got a feeling coming back tomorrow and could take it, and that's Bianca Belair.
Mhm.
She should be due to come
Yeah, I
back.
mean,
She could be due to come back at any time. And the Rumble is one of those things where they love to have somebody come back from the injury, get that big win, get that Mania spot. So I'm going to say Liv Morgan since we know she's in it. But if Bianca comes back and wins it, it would not surprise me.
Yeah, I mean, as we know, Bianca, she had that her last match was that epic triple threat at WrestleMania 41 Night 2 with Io and Rhea. She broke, if I'm not mistaken, I think she had a couple of a knuckle injury or some fingers. I mean, yeah, some knuckles or some fingers, and she hasn't wrestled since. But like, yeah, broken fingers on her left hand, but like I mean, it would be a nice time for her to come back. And honestly, I wouldn't be mad if she came back and won the whole thing. Although I am slightly against, people winning the Rumble twice. I mean, like the Rumble's supposed to be like a thing, to lift up new stars. If you get what I'm getting.
No, I get what you're getting. I mean, there are years that it made sense, like when Cody won two back to back. That made sense, and it was a mistake in hindsight for him to win the second one. But him winning that fucked all their plans up. Pardon my language. That screwed all their plans up. So I mean, yeah, I mean, 'cause you mean, yeah, and yeah, heck, it's downside as well. I mean, it can make sense, but I agree. I'd rather see a first time winner if we're gonna have it.
Okay. And finally, last match on the card, the men's Royal Rumble. So, we as of today, we have 22 entrants, and those are Cody Rhodes, Gunther, Jey Uso, Rey Mysterio, Dragon Lee, Penta, Roman Reigns, Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, Braun Breaker, Logan Paul, Bronson Reed, Austin Theory, Javon Evans, Obafemi, Randy Orton, Brock Lesnar, Damian Priest, Trick Williams, The Miz, Ilya Dragunov, and Matt Cardona. So, out of those 22 that I just named, who do you think has the most likely chance?
Okay, so I think whoever wins is going to challenge Punk, and this is kind of what I was kind of alluding to when we talked about Drew and Sammy. They really look like they're building for a three-way with Cody, Solo, and Drew, and I feel like that's the main event on that kind of thing. So I don't think the winner of the Rumble is going to challenge Drew. I think the winner is going to challenge Punk. That being said, I want to say Braun Breaker. I've had Braun Breaker pegged at the WrestleMania main eventer from the first time I saw him. I told him that to his face, WrestleMania 40 weekend at the World at the WrestleMania Access deal they did. I believe he's the future of the business, but I for whatever reason I feel like they want to go Roman Reigns against Punk 1-on-1 for it. It's just a gut feeling I have. I hope I'm wrong on that, but I have a feeling Roman Reigns is going to take it.
I mean, I've seen a lot of people have been teasing Roman Reigns because I mean, like, he is the biggest star, and, WWE Creative has, kind of lagged over the last few months, if we're being real. And so, Roman, Roman winning, that would be like a huge thing for their creative plans. There's a great story behind it. But personally, I want Braun Breaker to win because I mean, like I said, when he first came into NXT, like I I mean, I thought he was just bland and all, but like after seeing him these past couple months, I feel like okay, like this guy is the real deal, and I feel like the story with him and Punk writes itself. I mean, Braun lost to Punk at the beginning of the year, so why not run it back again this time on the grandest stage where Braun gets his Mania moment?
Yep, I agree with you wholeheartedly. I honestly feel like they wasted an opportunity with Gunther's Intercontinental title reign. I would have brought Braun Breaker in and had him be the guy to beat Gunther, because Braun was the last guy to beat Gunther in NXT, and Gunther hadn't been pinned up to that point. Well, I feel like they wasted that opportunity 2 years ago. So I hope they don't waste another opportunity with Braun. I think it's perfect timing for him. But it's just that the way it got creative gone lately, they keep going back to their old trope and their old favorite. That's just why I feel like Roman's taking it. I hope I'm wrong. I hope they go Braun or go in maybe some completely different direction. But
Okay, and finally, if you would have to say who is a sleeper pick to win the men's and women's rumble, who would it be?
uh yeah, I'm trying to make it kind of realistic without and still kind of go out of the box a little bit there. Um they as far as the men go, They could go with somebody else in the division rather than Braun. They could do a pull quiver and go with a Bronson Reed or an Austin Theory, and still kind of play off the division against Punk that way. Theory would make sense if they wanted to do that. With the women, with the women, pretty much anybody that's ready for that spot has been pushed in that spot before. So I really don't know if there's a real sleeper pick in there. I'm again, if WWE, kind of going back to local trope, that Becky would make sense in that regard. Honestly, when I mentioned Bianca Belair earlier, that's really kind of my sleeper pick for that because she's not announced for it. I really kind of still feel like Bianca would be the sleeper pick and she's not announced.
Yeah. Well, honest, like I would have gone for Becky to be honest, but like I had her because honestly, for the longest time before the Rumble, like I want to say maybe November, I actually had Becky pegged to defend her IC title against AJ Lee at Mania, but that's just me.
They could still go that route. I mean, there's 13 spots open in that Rumble. They could get that up tomorrow. AJ Lee could show up and could probably entrance eliminate Becky and get that up.
Yeah, and then for the men's, I mean, I maybe it could be too soon. I will admit, but like, what if they just just strapped a rocket onto Obafemi? Like have him just go on on a monster run, like say Kurt Angle 2000, like similar to that. He wins the Rumble, go beats Punk, goes on a monster reign. Now, well, does it make sense from a storyline perspective? No, no, it probably doesn't. But just imagine the dominance he would be on.
I think Omafemi is going to get that 1994 Diesel spot where he eliminates a bunch of guys real quick. Maybe get 6 or 7 eliminations within a couple minutes and stand alone in the ring a couple of times before whoever winds up being the guy to eliminate him comes out. Yeah, I again, that's going outside the box. I'd love to see them, give that a shot. But I think you will see over Femi have a good performance here. I just don't think he's gonna come. I don't think he's gonna be there at the end.
Yeah, Obafemi. He'll get there, but it won't be his time tomorrow. But anyways, that was our Royal Rumble predictions episode on the Tap and Snap podcast. JHawk, once again, I want to say thank you for coming along and helping me with this. It's been a pleasure talking about this.
Anytime you want to talk about wrestling, you know how to find me. I will talk about wrestling all day long, especially old school stuff. So you just let me know if you ever need to do it again.
Right, and a reminder to you all: Royal Rumble Saturday, January 31st, tomorrow. Um, make sure you check your local times because it's in Saudi Arabia, so time zones. Yeah, it'll get confusing. But anyways, this has been the Tap or Snap podcast. We'll see you next time.